You're about to discover a gardening secret that's been hiding in plain sight for over 1,000 years. While you've been spending hundreds of dollars on synthetic fertilizers that burn your plants and destroy your soil's natural ecosystem, Korean farmers have been using a simple backyard technique that creates the richest, most fertile soil you've ever seen. This isn't some new-age gardening fad or expensive permaculture system. This is a proven method that transforms kitchen scraps most people throw away into black gold that makes plants grow faster, stronger, and more productive than any store-bought fertilizer ever could. The agricultural industry has spent billions convincing you that synthetic fertilizers are essential for healthy plants. They want you dependent on their products, coming back season after season, paying premium prices for chemicals that actually degrade your soil over time. But what if I told you that Korean grandmothers have been outsmarting these corporations for generations using nothing more than vegetable scraps and a simple fermentation process? What if the solution to your fertilizer bills has been sitting right there in your kitchen this whole time? Today, we're diving deep into the ancient Korean practice of making fermented plant juice, known as FPJ, and I'm going to show you exactly how to create this miracle soil amendment that will revolutionize your garden forever. Korean natural farming techniques have sustained incredibly productive gardens and farms for centuries without a single bag of synthetic fertilizer. At the heart of this system is fermented plant juice, a living fertilizer that works with your soil's natural biology instead of against it. When you ferment fresh plant materials with brown sugar, you create an environment where beneficial microorganisms thrive and multiply exponentially. These microorganisms break down complex plant compounds into immediately available nutrients that your plants can absorb instantly. Unlike synthetic fertilizers that force-feed plants with isolated chemicals, fermented plant juice provides a complete spectrum of nutrients, along with beneficial bacteria and enzymes that improve soil health with every application. Through fermentation, you're actually concentrating growth hormones, vitamins, and amino acids that are already found in plants. This creates a super concentrated liquid fertilizer that, honestly, costs just pennies to make. The real beauty of this system, I think, lies in its sustainability. You're setting up a closed-loop cycle where plant waste turns right back into plant food, so there's really no need for outside inputs, and your soil just gets better and better every year. Each batch of fermented plant juice you make, well, it strengthens your soil's microbiology, building a thriving ecosystem that naturally supports healthy plant growth. The key to success with fermented plant juice is all about picking the right plant materials at just the right time. Young, fast-growing plants, for example, have the highest concentrations of growth hormones and nutrients that you need for fermentation. And comfrey leaves, especially if you harvest them just before they flower, are packed with potassium and powerful growth stimulants. Nettle collected in early spring provides nitrogen and trace minerals that plants crave. Bamboo shoots, if available in your area, create some of the most potent fermented plant juice because of their rapid growth characteristics. The growth hormones concentrated in these shoots transfer directly to your fermented solution, promoting explosive growth in your garden plants. Young grape leaves, collected during pruning season, offer high levels of potassium and natural growth regulators. Avoid using diseased plants, seed heads, or anything treated with chemicals. The plant material should be fresh and vigorous, harvested during periods of active growth when nutrient concentrations are at their peak. Morning harvest after the dew has dried provides the best results because plants have concentrated their energy overnight, the fermentation process revealed. Creating fermented plant juice requires precise ratios and timing that Korean farmers have perfected over generations. Chop your selected plant material finely to increase surface area for fermentation. The ratio of plant material to brown sugar should be exactly 1:1 by weight. Brown sugar feeds the beneficial microorganisms while drawing moisture from the plant cells, creating the perfect fermentation environment. Layer the chopped plant material with brown sugar in a clean glass jar, pressing gently to eliminate air pockets. The sugar immediately begins extracting plant juices while creating an anaerobic environment that promotes beneficial fermentation bacteria. Cover the mixture with a breathable cloth secured with a rubber band, allowing gases to escape while preventing contamination. Store your fermentation jar in a cool, dark location with stable temperatures between 60 and 70 degrees Fahrenheit. The fermentation process typically takes 7 to 10 days, during which beneficial microorganisms multiply and break down plant compounds into readily available nutrients. You'll know fermentation is complete when the mixture develops a sweet, slightly alcoholic smell and stops producing bubbles. Now you'll want to strain your completed fermentation through a fine mesh cloth or cheesecloth, making sure to press the plant material so you can extract every last drop of liquid fertilizer. The resulting concentrated juice should come out clear with a golden to amber color, and that'll really depend on the plant materials you've used. This concentrate is honestly incredibly potent, and definitely needs to be diluted before you apply it, just to prevent burning your plants. Store your fermented plant juice, concentrate in glass containers in the refrigerator, where it can actually stay viable for up to 6 months. Properly made fermented plant juice just gets better with age, as beneficial microorganisms keep developing and the nutrients become more concentrated. Be sure to label your containers with the plant material you used and the fermentation date so you have it handy for future reference. The spent plant material from fermentation shouldn't be wasted. This nutrient-rich pulp makes excellent compost material, or, it can be buried directly around plants as a slow-release fertilizer. You've extracted the immediately available nutrients through fermentation, but plenty of organic matter remains to improve soil structure and, honestly, provide long-term nutrition. Dilute your fermented plant juice. Concentrate at ratios between 500 to 1 and 1000 to 1, depending on plant maturity and growing conditions. Young seedlings require weaker solutions, while established plants can handle stronger concentrations. So, it's best to apply early morning or late evening when temperatures are cooler and plants can absorb nutrients without stress. Foliar feeding with diluted fermented plant juice provides immediate nutrient uptake through plant leaves. Spray entire plant surfaces until liquid begins dripping from leaves, ensuring complete coverage for maximum absorption. This method delivers nutrients directly to plant tissues, bypassing soil limitations and providing rapid growth responses. Soil drenching applications feed beneficial soil microorganisms while providing root zone nutrition. Pour diluted solution around plant root zones, allowing deep penetration into soil layers. This method builds long-term soil fertility while providing sustained plant nutrition over extended periods. Why this method outperforms commercial fertilizers. Commercial synthetic fertilizers provide only 3 basic nutrients, nitrogen, phosphorus, and potassium, in forms that plants struggle to utilize efficiently. Fermented plant juice contains complete nutrient profiles including trace minerals, enzymes, growth hormones, and beneficial microorganisms that synthetic products just can't replicate. Your plants receive everything needed for optimal growth in forms that mirror natural soil processes. Synthetic fertilizers, they actually acidify soil over time, which ends up killing beneficial microorganisms and creates a dependency on using higher and higher application rates. On the other hand, fermented plant juice helps improve soil pH balance while multiplying beneficial bacteria that keep working to improve soil health long after it's applied. Each use strengthens your soil ecosystem instead of degrading it. The cost difference between fermented plant juice and commercial fertilizers becomes staggering over time. A single batch of fermented plant juice costs less than $5 to produce and provides months of concentrated fertilizer. Compare this to premium organic fertilizers costing $50 to $100 per season, and the savings become undeniable. Korean fermented plant juice represents gardening freedom from corporate dependency and chemical inputs that harm our environment. This ancient wisdom provides everything modern gardens need while building soil health for future generations. Start your first fermentation batch today and join thousands of gardeners discovering the power of Korean natural farming techniques. Subscribe to Plant Place for more soil building secrets that big agriculture doesn't want you to discover, and share this video with fellow gardeners ready to break free from expensive fertilizer dependency forever.